Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of Ore. Been working away on the face here, and I about given up on the dozer. It looks like a tree grew up through it when I spawned back in. It just doesn't work that great. I think it'll work good for like building roads or just smoothing areas. But I've been using the wheel loader over here, and we've got a decent chunk of change. So I think we're going to buy another wheel loader. And we may just trade this one in because I want to get the big boy, the Arvik LW510. This one's a little more expensive. I think it just looks different. It's got all the same stats. So I think we will trade this one in. But before we do that, I want to grab the parts off of it that we bought. So we're going to grab the paints, tires. We can just transfer those over to the new unit. I wish there was a little less awkward way to do this, but it gets the job done. And we got some beacon. Got these backlights. That should be everything. I mean, I guess we might as well grab some free paint. Why not? Just in case we need a black paint somewhere. So then what you do is you look at the vehicle and you push a hotbar number that's not got anything on it. That will stick it back in your inventory. Then you can sell it. So we can get 251K back from that. We got plenty to spend. That. Check out. Drop that in. This is going to be slightly less maneuverable, I think, because it's so much bigger. But I'm hoping it will get the job done. Actually, what I should have done is airdrop this over by the fuel. So we need to fuel it up. Let's do that. That big old fan on the back there. Looks like the vehicles in this game are very detailed. Let's zoom out on this big thing. Let's go ahead and hit that. Get the defaults here taken off. Chain tires, so that's an upgrade that you buy, so they will fit, you know, anywhere wheels go. And we got our colors on, our beacon, our light bar, and our power lights. Let's swing up here. Still don't know why this doesn't work. Weird. Okay, those are the sides. Top. Okay, so we want the light bar in 7. Is this like 11? 12? There we go. That goes in 7. And then move these down. Already forgotten where that was. There we go. 1 and 3, I think. Yeah, 1. Or no? 2 and 3? 1 and 4? There we go. Just figured out. And then, of course, we had these square lights on the back. I don't know if those are needed that much. Up on the roof. Five. There we go. 5 and 9 look to be complementary. Yeah, let's try that. First, we got the beacon up top. Alright, parking brake off. We got a full load of fuel. Let's go put this big thing to work. And we still got 191k left over. Of course, I can sell this default stuff. The cash back. Okay. I don't think we'll ever use the default tires. The upgrades are just so much better. Like that tree did despawn. Ground looks smooth, but once you like zoom in on it, the default ground is pretty rough. Kind of bouncing around all over the place. Let's go ahead and back down. Same color, but it looks slightly different on the dozer. Kind of clipping into stuff. Going to drag our butt weight a little bit. But let's get a big old bucket full here. So I'm kind of curious of what a full bucket of this big boy will be. Let's make sure we're sold off over here. Got some dirt to sell. Not much. I'd already sold pretty recently. Just shy of 200k. I had a bright idea of replacing these with hoppers because rocks were get hung up here. And then I remembered that you can't chain the hoppers together. Had to undo that change. Alright, let's get a nice big bite here. Pretty much pure lithium. That bucket, I think it's an 8-ton versus 6-ton. It's a decent upgrade over that loader we had. Oh, we got a little bit of voxel explosion going on here. Just fall off of there. See, they get kind of hung up on the middle here. Not a big deal. Over here. Whee! See, that's still spinning. The rock crusher's crushing. Even though it's not actually crushing anything. It's just passing through. Okay, that should be everything through as long as it's through the fractioner. So 290. Yo, 17k. One bucket. I like it. Get some more of this cleaned off. And if I can get all this cleaned off before the next video, I'd like to work on that pay dirt that we found. So I'll have to do some reconfiguring to get to the pay dirt. I'm not sure yet if we're going to use the excavator or how we're going to necessarily get to the pay dirt. Because it kind of depends on how big the pocket of pay dirt is. If it's big enough, it might be worth starting some underground mining down there. That's a little tricky because you got to have the conveyors feed in. We had co-op multiplayer. You could have somebody in the underground dump truck probably following your boring machine and offloading. Yeah, this thing really takes the bites out of the dirt. Not quite as nimble. We'll have to have more room to maneuver. Actually did some pushing too with the wheel loader. The wheel loader makes a better bulldozer than the bulldozer does. I'm new, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm recording this before the dozer video goes out, so I haven't got any feedback yet. Maybe you all will tell me I've been doing something wrong. I'm actually recording this on Monday morning. I had a decent amount of time this weekend. I got a bunch of stuff recorded, so I'm recorded way ahead for a change at the last minute. I look forward to your feedback on those 2 episodes. I think this will probably come out Saturday if you're watching it. When it comes out, probably be a Saturday video. I'm actually recording it Monday morning right before work. Get ready to go to work here. And to go to work, I'm very blessed. All I have to do is swivel my chair around to the other side of my desk, and I've got my work laptop set up. Why didn't you buy that? Sometimes it seems like it bounces off the concrete. Weird. Why are you being a weird game? Yeah, I like this loader. I've used it on another save. I think I had it on my live stream save I was playing. Move a ton of stuff with it. Let's get back into this lithium face here. It's being kind of weird. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this game is in like 6 months. They've been making some pretty good progress lately. Hopefully we'll get a few little quality of life things figured out, some improvements to the machine physics. Although the wheel loader works pretty well. So I've been enjoying using the wheel loader. It's a good money maker. The excavators aren't too bad. I haven't really used any of the other stuff other than the underground boring machine. Haven't used any of the rock trucks. Those will probably come into play next patch where we have to actually transport to sell. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. It's getting really foggy. So we'll turn some lights on. Some lights up here on the front fender. I don't know if that's a position or not. There you go. And just look at the size of the bite you can take with this thing. Love it. It's got a big old butt though. You got to watch out for that. We're getting a little bit of lag. You start getting this big of a bucket full. You run into the occasional lag, even with what have I got? An i9 9900K, I think. 64 gigs of RAM. RTX 2080 Ti. You get a little bit of lag when you get a bunch of these little nodules flying around. But from what I understand watching older videos, it's way better than it used to be. I'm sure they will continue to optimize. I think I mentioned in previous videos, I've had my eye on this game for quite a while. And finally pulled the trigger with the underground update 0.14, I believe. Yeah, it says 0.1424 in the bottom there. So we're making pretty quick work of this face with the old giant wheel loader. So let me know in the comments what's your favorite piece of equipment. What have you been using the most? I'd imagine a lot of people are using the underground boring machine because it's new, and it takes a lot of investment with the conveyors. But once you're set up, and if you're chewing through the right stuff, you can make a ton of money. Come on. There you go. It's a big old scoop. Hey, you guys aren't supposed to hang out on the side. You're supposed to go in. Most of it's going in. Just interesting that it actually does take time for the stuff to travel through the conveyors. That's kind of cool. Just wait for that sorter to finish. Ah, there we go. It stopped turning. You can see I'll dump in here. It has to go in the conveyor, and then it has to travel over there to the sorter. It takes a little bit of time. It's not instantaneous. The sun's coming back out. I would like to see it throw the machines around a little less. I mean, this is a 50 metric ton machine, I think. Shouldn't lift the hind end off the ground, scooping up a little bit of stuff here. I wouldn't think. At least it shouldn't throw it around as easily as it does. But most games are that way, so it must be kind of tricky to get the physics right. About to run out of our concrete pad here. And we're going to reuse all this concrete. I don't feel too bad about buying so much of it. It just makes it so much easier to work. You got a nice flat surface. Let's do a few more scoops. Not going to be a super long video today. Just wanted to upgrade the wheel loader. Show that off. The big old Arvik is a beautiful beast. Do a few more scoops and we'll go see how much we made here. We get some pretty good scoops. So I think we're going to have at least 150K. Haven't been counting the scoops. Got some good material right here. Like pure lithium. And this keeps going down. Keep that in mind. We're not done with this deposit yet. This is just an arbitrary level I picked to get everything cleaned off to, and then we can go down from here. And possibly we'll be tunneling. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Love to see it. Also, I have to quit recording because it's time to go to work. Time to get busy. Got to bring home the bacon. I usually make about $150 a month on YouTube. That's not quite enough. Don't make a living at this for sure. Why is that? Some of those blocks are off. That's kind of weird. I've never really looked into why that is. Kind of snapped differently. Oh well. And that didn't go very well. Come on, get more. There you go. I want the full 8 tons, or whatever it is. I like that dynamic weather, but I think it changes a little too often. Sometimes the bucket just doesn't want to bite in. I don't know what the difference is. Angle maybe? Let's see if we can get a bite here. I need to get some more concrete in. See if we can go down. Down a little bit. I suppose I could bring the excavator over here. Do a more precise job, but that's too slow. Right, let's get one more scoop off the end here. Come on, dig in. There you go. Let it settle. Definitely want to let it settle. See how it just kind of locks in? It's got like an auto lock feature. Alright. Let's get this all pushed in and we'll go do, not really a clean out, but go do a cell and we'll see where we're at. Get rid of this goofy rain that wigs out the sound. We probably got a little bit of dirt through here. I wouldn't expect any kind of pay dirt. We got just a little bit of dirt. Still coming through. Alright, we gotta wait for the sorter to finish. There we go. Actually, did I see the wash plant running? I didn't think it ran. Maybe it does run if you don't have pay dirt. Okay, crusher has stopped. Looks like we're good. 5.4K lithium. Wow. A nice big clean out. That 326. Big thing, another clean out like that, and the big boy will have paid for itself. So yeah, we're running into the profits. I'm going to continue cleaning this up, like I said. And we'll see if I can get enough done. We might head into the pay dirt. Let me show you here. Let me get to this view. I just remove one of these. Pretty sure that's pay dirt. Right there. I have a flashlight. I have a flashlight. Yeah, it's like a different texture. Pretty sure that's all pay dirt. I dug into it when I was putting these in. So it should be some pretty good money. Just wait for us down there. I'm gonna get this all cleared off, and then I'm gonna figure out how are we gonna tackle that deposit, because I think it runs. It's hard for me to point on the screen, but I think it runs kind of all underneath here. Clear over to here. I first hit it when I was digging down with those conveyors in there, and it's like all along here. So I think there's a pretty good sized pay dirt deposit. We'll have to see what we can figure out. Maybe we'll just go underground somehow. I don't know, but that'll be the next time, or the time after that. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to keep on digging and making money. Thanks as always for hanging out, folks. Have yourselves a good day. Thanks for watching, and take care.